Hello students, continuing with the same chapter excretion. Today we're going to study the excretory organs in different organisms, starting from the lowest to the highest. Animal group, which the animal belong, nitrogenous waste, and last is excretory organ. Starting from the very simplest, first is protozoan. Protozoans are the simplest unicellular eukaryotes. They excrete ammonia as they are present in water. And the excretory organ is cell membrane. Next is porifera. Porifera, they excrete ammonia as the nitrogenous waste from the same cell membrane or plasma membrane. Next is coelenterata. Coelenterata, these are the group of organisms which excrete again ammonia as the excretory product from the plasma lemma or plasma membrane. Best example we study in coelenterata is hydra. Next is platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. These are commonly known as flatworms, and the best example is planaria, Solium. They mainly excrete ammonia from the body surface. They are protonephridia with special cells called as flame cells. Next is nematoda. Nematoda, called as ascaris. They contain roundworms, Esculmenthes. They excrete again ammonia, and they have protonephridia, primitive nephridia with special cells called selenocytes. After nematoda, again the example of nematoda only. This is Heliodunaria. Heliodunaria is leech, blood sucking. It excretes ammonia from metanephridia. Next is orthopoda. In orthopoda, first is Echinidia. It consists of spider, scorpion, they mainly release uric acid from the special organ called coccyx glands and Malpighian tubules. Next is crustaceous, which consists of prawn. They secrete ammonia through the gills. Next is insecta, the large group in which mainly comes the insects. They mainly release uric acid in land and ammonia in water to the special structure called Malpighian tubules. Next is mollusca. they release ammonia in water and uric acid on land, and the main organ is organ of Bujanus. Next is echinodermata. Echinodermata, the best example is starfish. They mainly excrete ammonia as their waste product from a false organ called podia, which are called tube feeds, which has temperament for excretion. Next is hemicoordinates. Hemicoordinate. The best example of hemicoordinate is melanoglossus. Melanoglossus, the main gland is called probaceous gland. Probaceous gland. Glomerulus. Next is urochordates. Urochordrata. Urochordrata, the example is Herdmania. Best example is neural gland. Next is cephalochordates. Cephalochordrata. A good example is branchiostoma. Stroma. It contains protonephridia with selenocytes. Next is vertebrata. Vertebrata, it includes fishes, pisces, amphibians, reptiles, aves, and mammals. They excrete ammonia, urea, and uric acid, all the three nitrogenous waste. For the organ part, they have one pair of kidney, gills, lungs, liver, skin, intestine are accessory excretory organs. So this is about the different excretory organs of different animal group with the nitrogenous waste. Next we are going to study is nephron. Nephrons. Nephron. It is a structural and functional unit of kidney. First, there are two types of nephron. First is cortical nephron and the second is juxtamedullary nephron. Starting with the first, cortical nephron. Cortical nephron forms about 80% of total nephron. They lie in renal, that is kidney, cortex, cortical part of kidney, and have very small or also called as short loops of Henle that extend little into medulla, that is medullary region of kidney. Next, the cortical nephron control the plasma volume when water supply is normal. That is, in the favorable condition it works. Maximum is of cortical nephron. Next is juxtamedullary nephron. It forms 20% of total nephron. Next, juxtamedullary nephron have their Bowman's capsule close to the junction of cortex and medulla, have long loop of Henle extending deep into the medulla. The juxtamedullary nephrons regulate the plasma volume when water is in short supply. So it is mainly present in the animals which are present in the water depleted areas. If we see the diagram, this Bowman capsule, PCT, loop of Henle, DCT, duct. Again, this will be the long loop of Henle. This is the Bowman capsule. So by this is the cortical nephron, while this is the juxtamedullary nephron with a long loop of Henle. We see the diagram. This is Bowman capsule. This will be the PCT part first, and this will be the loop of Henle. Cortical nephron are major part in the cortex, while the short loop of Henle embedded into the medulla. This is DCT. This is collecting duct. This is DCT. This is Bowman capsule. This is PCT. And this long is the loop of Henle. So upper part represent the renal cortex, while this lower portion represents the renal medulla. So if we see, the cortical nephron have maximum part in the cortical region with a short loop of Henle in the medulla, while in case of juxtamedullary nephron, the major loop of Henle is in medullary region, while the short portion, other DCT, PCT and Bowman capsule is present in the cortex region. So this is about the type of nephrons. Thank you.